Hello again, John here. And in this part of the video series, we'll be diving into some of the page template files. Now real quickly, notice that I've kind of selected two different page template files here, page and financials page. Reason why is because we have our basic page template file, right? So a lot of our pages have essentially the same structure to them. Now remember, whenever I mentioned the analogy of pages as being constructed rather than written, I mentioned that page template files are almost like the frame, right? They provide structure. So this page template file over here provides the most common structure. A lot of pages have the same repeating structure, just different content. However, there are exceptions. There's the financials page, there's a contact page, there's the Our Team page. So occasionally there are pages where the structure kind of varies a little bit. For the most part though, a lot of pages are going to be using the page template file because again, it's the most common structure. So let's dive in. Now, again, it's kind of the same as the layout template file here in that it's, a lot of HTML, quite a lot to look at. Don't worry though, pretty soon we'll be looking at some smaller template files that are a little bit easier to read. Big thing that I want to highlight, however, is this first part here, layout equals site/layout master. So every page template file has to literally write out which layout file it's going to use. And so this is how we essentially say, hey, put this page into this part of the layout, which last video we mentioned the layout contents template snippet. That's the part of the layout file that gets replaced with the paged HTML, and this little template language snippet here defines which layout we're going to use. And so by doing so, we're essentially saying, hey, I'm going to take all this code and put it into that layout contents. And then we've got more HTML, more template language. I'm probably not going to cover a lot here just because it's quite a big file. So it's a little bit tricky kind of going over all of it. However, I did want to quickly go over how pages relate to layouts, namely this part right here. So pages relate to layouts using this this template language snippet. And actually, let's go over another template language snippet real fast. Expression channel entries. Now, whenever we have this something like this, and it's kind of hard to define how this is different from other template language blocks, but this specific snippet right here is essentially how we fetch new channel entries, which pages are a type of channel entry. And we're actually defining too, what sort of channels you want to fetch, which is pages. We've got a few more of these, what we call attributes here, template attributes, which kind of allow us to filter the content that we fetch with this template snippet. And using this template snippet, we fetch the specific page that we want to use for this page template. We can also use these templates here to actually select multiple entries as well. In the case of pages, we're actually only selecting one single page. And in this specific instance, this template snippet actually kind of acts as a sort of opening and closing HTML tag. What I mean by that is that this part right here says, hey, let's fetch a page. And then the actual content of the page is constructed in between this template snippet and a closing template snippet. And closing template snippets, so if the closing template snippet, if it exists, has a little slash preceding the remainder of it. So we're fetching a page using this snippet here, and then we're constructing it in between the opening and closing section using a collection of HTML and a lot of template language snippets, and that's how a page is constructed. Now again, these videos are only about 5 minutes long, so I'm going to stop here, and next video we'll go over something.